Hey y'all, Purpose Girl here. It's been a minute since I checked in with y'all, so I just wanted to take some time and see about y'all. I also wanted to share something that's really been kind of, oh man, it's rough stuff. But anyway, let me just get into it. I don't want to take too long. I really wanted to share that sometimes you just have to run on. Simple, but not easy when you're in those moments when you don't want to. Those moments when you wish that the season you're in would come to an end. Those moments when you wish that you could just sit down and give up, or that you beg God to extract you from a situation because it sucks. And I've been in some situations like that myself. But recently, I've been reading through the book of Joshua, and yesterday it just brought up so many things for me, as I was looking at the children of Israel, as they're getting ready to cross over the Jordan and take the land that God promised them, that He said He had for them. Um, and Joshua reminds the tribes of Reuben, Gad, and the half tribe of Manasseh that they are going to settle on the side of Jordan before they cross over, because they asked Moses for that way back in Numbers. And Moses said, as long as you help your brothers fight, you guys can settle here. The reason they wanted to settle was because they were tired. They wanted some security for their wives and their children. Now remember, these people had been journeying for 40 years. They had been wandering in the wilderness, and though God caused their shoes never to wear out and their clothes never to wear out, these people were worn out. They were tired. Can you imagine just walking around in circles for 40 years? You might not be able to imagine that, but I know you can imagine being in a situation that you absolutely hate, wanting out of it with every fiber of your being, and feeling like you're just going in circle after circle, and there's no way to get out, and there's no relief, and there's no way to experience happiness, and there's no way out of your situation. I know that we all go through that. And so the children of Israel, they were in that for 40 years. They were in their situation for 40 years. And a lot of us, we're in a situation for 4 minutes and we're like, get me out. But these people, the Reubenites, the Gadites, and the half tribe of Manasseh, they wanted to rest. They wanted a safe place for their wives to be. They promised that they would build walled spaces for their wives and children, and that they would go and fight, but they just wanted to settle. And that brought up so much for me, because there are times in my life where I just want to settle. I'm tired and I want to rest and I don't want to do anymore, and I want to settle for what I have right now. They said to Moses, this land on this side of Jordan, it's suitable. It's good enough. Now God had promised them all of the land on the other side. And we know from when the 12 spies went in that there were grapes as big as your head, and all this amazing stuff, milk and honey, and the land was amazing. But they looked at this land on the side of Jordan and said, this is good enough. It's suitable for our flocks, and we just want to build a space for our children and our wives to settle. And I think about how many times we are in a situation and God wants more for us. He wants amazing for us. He wants grapes as big as our heads. He wants milk and honey. But we see another situation and it looks suitable. So we decide, I just want to, no more. I'm tired. I don't want to run on. I want to settle here. And this is good enough for me. And I think about Elijah, who was on Mount Carmel, and he did this amazing thing for God that took out all the prophets of Baal and turned the people of Israel back to serving the Lord. And right after that, Jezebel says she's coming for him. She's going to kill him like he killed her prophets. And he runs away, and he runs and runs and runs, and he gets to a place where he is so tired And he says to God, I'm tired. I can't do no more. And God sends an angel. And this is, 1 Kings 19. And God sends an angel and gives him food to eat and says, I need you to run on. I need you to go. And he gets up and he starts going and he ends up in a cave. And God says, Elijah, what are you doing here? And he says, God, I've done this for you. I've done that for you. I've done this for you. I've done that for you. I'm tired. And God says, Elijah, what are you doing here? And he says again, God, I've done this for you. I've done that for you. I've done this. Didn't I do this? Didn't I do that? I'm tired. And the next thing that happens is God sends him and he finds Elisha and he throws his mantle on Elisha and Elisha becomes the new prophet essentially. And God takes Elijah away to heaven. And I look at all the amazing things that Elisha did. And I wonder if those were the amazing things that God meant for Elijah to do. And I wonder if Elijah getting tired and begging God to let him rest. I wonder if in God's mercy he allowed him to rest, but that caused Elijah to miss out on all the amazing things that God still had in store for him. I know that when I'm tired, God will let me rest. And honestly, right now, I am tired. But I refuse to ask God to let me rest because I don't want to miss the amazing that he has for me. And I want to encourage you. Courage is not never having fear. Courage is not never being tired. Courage is facing your fears and running on even when you think you have nothing left. And so in this season, I am asking God not to release me from what I am tired of, but I am asking God to give me the strength to run on. And I just want to encourage you. The Bible tells us that those that wait on the Lord will renew their strength. They will mount up on the wings of an eagle. They will run and not be weary. They will walk and never faint. And I want to encourage you today, if you can ask God for that strength and if you believe him for it, I believe that God will give you the strength to run on. Remember, from Purpose Girl to You Girl, you are free. Now all you have to do is stay free. Have a great day, everyone.